Alright, we're alive. Yeah. Alright. Hello, everybody. Oh, my microphone working? Hello, everybody. Alright. Let's get into it. Let's get going. Ooh, wait, are there any, like, overhang kind of stuff? Not anything that would be simple to put together, so that's gonna be a no on that piece being there. One more block over. There we go. Alright, dude, I wish I could just make this be all the way across. What's up, KG? Map type. Okay, no, it has the same. Alright, just so that I can more easily put this together. Got some new stuff for your room, nice. Yeah, we're gonna, like, kinda do something like this here. For some reason, you can only hold down space in the normal block mode and not in the free block mode. Which I personally think is kind of stupid. Just DM it to you. Alright, I'll check it out here in a bit. Alright. No status yet, which is good. Have you told me what happened? No, what happened? What happened? What's up, Leah Coleman? Hello? What's up? Alright, that's at the end. I don't like how it can't go all the way to the edge, so I'm gonna have to put a lot of walls there. Except it's... Okay, so we can keep going this way, though. I'm guessing that's as far... Yeah, that's as far as it goes. Heard the new A$AP Rocky album? No. I have not. Here, I'll stream more details. You can't have sharp... Alright. Just gotta fill in the whole ground here. This is probably gonna be the boring part of the stream. So I won't be mad at you guys if... I won't be mad at any viewers if they leave. Because I know that this is the boring part of the stream. Yeah, this is the boring part of making maps, is just filling in the ground. The boring and complicated part. Landscaping, because this might seem simple, but then again, I also have to make it match up with the road. Which I might not even do. Because honestly now, I honestly now just want to go do some ranked. You're on your phone and on your PC, chat on phone and listen on PC. It isn't a dirty-minded thing, little bro. What? What are you on about, bro? Remember who said that? No. What are you on about, bro? Hold on. That's gonna annoy me. That is going to piss me off. Look at that. I can't fill in that part of the road because then there would be a strip of grass there. Or I can't fill in... Okay, I'm gonna have to go into... free block mode. Heated? When? When did I ever say that? To you. When? I only say stuff like that to people when, you know, it needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? I don't usually try to start arguments online, but when somebody needs to be told something, I tell them. Pause. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, dude, that wasn't supposed to be a weird thing. It was genuinely just a normal comment, and you made it weird. So, I feel like that was a pretty reasonable response. To tell you, you know, it's not anything weird. You know? It was a joke. Yeah, well, some jokes don't need to be said. Doesn't start stuff online. Yeah, I don't. So what's your point here? Yeah. Honestly, I'm usually the one that's... I did. No, I didn't. You're the one... If you just hadn't acted like it was something weird, then... Sound like a 12-year-old. Yeah, well... You have the mind of a 12-year-old. How about that? What was it? Okay. For a second, I was like, what the hell? I don't remember building 2 of those, but no, I remember that. That's the half pipe. Grammar of the 12-year-old, holy. Yeah, now I know that. Yeah. I'm not even gonna comment on that. I think you know what I'm gonna say to that. I think you already know what I'm gonna say about that. But... What am I making? Oh, now you're acting all friendly, huh? Yeah, I see how it is. But... Making a track in Trackmania. It's my 5th track, I think. So I have 1, 2. Yeah, okay, no, this is my 4th track. Sorry, I'm sorry, trees down there. I'm gonna have to sacrifice you. Trying to be cool? Yeah, you're trying to be cool after just telling me to shut up. You asked me a question right after telling me to shut up. I don't think that's how it works, but... Long time to load her down to 90 mode. What did you just say? You play Beam, you're let down today? I am tomorrow, though. If you're willing to wait, I am tomorrow. Oh, mods. Okay, that makes more sense. I was about to say 90 mode. What the hell? Grandma 6 feet under with yo crack-headed ass. All right, KG, can you time him out for 10 minutes? We don't need this kind of, you know, we don't need this kind of stuff in chat, you know. This is supposed to be, you know, a chill place for people to come and talk, not a place to throw insults. If you can even call them that. Because I see no insult. Yeah. But yeah, can you time him out for 10 minutes or 30 minutes? Whichever one. Who? For the for yeah, that guy. Yeah. I'll give him one more. Yeah, thank you. I'll give him one more chance, but if he comes back and keeps throwing insults, then we'll just permanently ban him. 10 minutes, alright. Alrighty. Now, some actual chats. Instead of some I don't even know what to call them, because I can't really call them insults, because insults are only insults if they hurt, or if you're hurt by them, you know? They're only an insult if you take them as one. You know, that's how I can call my friends fat asses, but we all know that we're just joking around, so they're not actual insults. So they don't take them as one. So I don't know. So I don't be rude. Mom's active though. So take a lesson, be nice. Amen, brother. And even just in general. We're nearing the end of this. I mean, look at all that we've gotten so far, though. This whole area has been flattened out by yours truly. Takes more to be rude than nice. Yeah, it takes more to be rude than to just keep your mouth shut. So why waste your energy? I need to go into free block mode here. Okay. Bear right, alright. Alrighty then. Dude, I'm really getting sick of placing grass. Dude, I'm gonna be hearing this placing sound in my dreams, I already know it. Anyway. Since we're gonna be up late tonight, I don't want to be falling asleep while making a map while live. Tea. Yes. That's some good tea. I'm not British, but probably one of my top 3 favorite non-soda drinks is tea. Probably my top 1 non-soda drink is peach tea. It's just so good, man. Now, although I have not had straight tea before, that's one thing that's on my bucket list. Just straight up unsweetened iced tea. Dude. So my health class, you know, FCS, Family Consumer Science. Um, there was one about healthy eating. You know, one day there was a lesson about healthy eating. And one of its lessons was when you're going to a restaurant, never get fried food, never go to the buffet, always get entree size, always get unsweetened iced tea for a drink. And also, only eat half of your food. And get entrees, and literally get appetizer size. Like, lady, you're not trying to teach me how to eat healthy, you're trying to teach me how to starve to death. If I'm paying for a buffet, I'm going to the buffet. I'm not getting unsweetened iced tea and a salad. If I wanted a salad, then I would just go to Subway and not a fancy restaurant. What's up, KJ? Sorry, guys, I just went on a little rant there. Actually, I have, you know, Metal.tv. It's like a clip. It's like a clip app, you know, where you can like save clips. Yeah, I have that set up. So I have one where I can save the past 30 seconds, the past minute, the past 2 minutes, or the past 3 minutes, which is actually really useful. Because sometimes, you know, because especially whenever I'm just doing like random maps in Trackmania, or whenever I'm doing ranked, there'll be different length maps, or there'll be different length tracks, and I want to get a clip from my run on that track, but then I'll have like 3 runs in one video. And then it takes up so much extra storage. But with that, I can literally just, you know, just save how much I want to save. So I can get all the video that I want in there. And also, dude, I've always wanted a keyboard with a numpad on it. Especially now with Trackmania and being a daily streamer. It'd be so useful. Or a Stream Deck. Honestly, if I got a Stream Deck, I could set up the Metal to the Stream Deck. That would probably be a lot easier than Keybinds. Because then also I can just reach out, bam, push it. Instead of having to do a key combination. Because you currently have 30 seconds set to F8. 1 minute set to F9. Or no. 30 seconds set to F8. 1 minute set to Shift F8. 2 minutes set to F9, and then 3 minutes set to Shift F9. So the most useful ones, 30 seconds and 2 minutes, are right there. But then if I need just 1 minute or a whole 3 minutes, I can do that. I think that might be everything filled in. Let me just zoom out and do one last check. Yep. Just filled in by yours truly. Okay. Let's open up item exchange. See if I can get a big wall. Okay. Big wall. No items found. Cliff. I just need a big cliff. Big Nature Cliff. Let's download. Yo. What is this scam? Hold on. Let me move. Dude, Hello? Alt doesn't work. Does my keyboard work at all? Yes. Let me unplug and replug my keyboard. Why is... Okay, there we go. Now we're working. But dude, Big Nature Cliff. Wow. Such a Big Nature Cliff. No, let me show you Big Cliff. Big boy Cliff. I'm sorry, that was so cringe. Items. Not in here. It's right here. Car for wheel right now. Nice. I just want to make a start of some start. I'm gonna make some more cliffs that are closer by. I'm just gonna start with this. Why is it like snapping? Okay. I wonder why it was like snapping up and down instead of smoothly going. Yeah, this is definitely my best track yet. Not just in scenery. Dude, would you consider saying that this is my best track yet? Would you consider that humble or boastful? Is that even a word? Like, would you consider that like bragging or humble? I've always considered it to kind of be humble because you're like, yeah, dude, this is my best one yet, saying that it's better than anything that you've made before. I don't even really know. I'd say it's more humble than not. Because, you're saying that this is better than anything that you've ever made. Alright, so now we officially have it actually closed in area. Now I'm gonna start, kind of putting it closer around the actual track. Dude, what the hell? It's supposed to be free block mode. Why is it glitching out? Okay. What is going on? So we can use this. What the hell? Stop! Jeez. Alright, then just gotta switch back and forth. Okay. And now Cliff heard the big red dog. I'm on something there. No, I'm on something there. I'm gonna replace some of these. Ooh, wait. If I have some, like, going out like that, you know? And have... What the hell? What did you do? What? Huh? I'm scared. In-game edit. No. I think I think like it changed the lighting to sunset. Yeah, because that would make sense. Because this looks like sunset lighting. Do I actually have to I think I have to replace all of this. Unless. Wait. Spam undo. It's fine. It'll be fixed once we compute the shadows. Just ignore it. Okay, now I'm just gonna redo. Okay, no. We're keeping that wall flat. I've learned my lesson to keep that wall flat. No, that's not the one that I need. But wait, what if it is? Ooh. You never know. What if it is the one I need? See? You just gotta take a second look. I don't know what I don't even know what I'm on about here. Also, dude, I hate when people say, like, your blank blank, or like your blank blank looking ass, when they don't even know what you look like. I feel like that's kind of stupid, don't you think? Car almost done? Nice. But yeah, don't you think that's kind of stupid? How some people do, like, will say, like, your blank blank looking ass when they don't even know what you look like. Kinda stupid. Oh yeah, I can just use the keybinds here. So if I go like this, I P. Oh, no, it's plugins. No. I don't want to do plugins. I'm not smart enough for this. I just want to build a track. Not code. Oh, wait. That's not gonna line up, is it? It's not. Wait. I can, though, if I do this right. Yes! And bam. Bam! And that's a closed-in map right there. Just do not... Just don't move your cursor, or just don't free cam out of the map. We're just gonna ignore this out here. Okay? Now, I know how to make these look more unique in some areas. You'll basically just take one of these. If it would stop snapping into place, okay. And then you just basically take that and kind of like go like this. Oh my god! Jesus. Stop doing that. Okay. See? And just like that, now it looks more unique. And now if it would just go into place! I don't want to place it over here. I don't know what you're trying to snap onto. Just place. Thank you. Did not need to be that hard. There we go. What are you trying to snap onto? This editor is a pain in the ass. What are you trying to snap onto? Like, what the hell? Okay. 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 I think that looks better. Still doesn't look great, but it's an improvement. I'll say that much. You know, it is more visually appealing than previously. Oh, wait. A little something like that. Oh yeah, a little story time. Today at school we got there. Fire alarms were going off. KG, are you still here? So I want you to hear this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I got there at school. Fire alarms were going off. All the traffic was backed up. Then this teacher that was standing outside came over to, my mom's car. We were just sitting there, first at the intersection. They yelled at us, "Oh, go drop off the kids at the park." Because it was, there's a park nearby, or there's a park nearby my school. That most kids usually will get dropped off at, and then they'll just walk up to the building. So, and usually I get dropped off at the end of my street because that's closer to the school for me because I can just walk up this sidewalk, and it's just better for me in the morning because I don't have to talk with anybody because, I'm like the only person who gets dropped off there in the mornings. So, I walk up there. We're standing outside of the school because, alarm's going off. You can't go inside. And actually, right before I went in, or no, not then. So, yeah, we were standing outside, chilling there. Teachers were across the pickup line because, there's a line where you pick up and drop off your kids, and then doors there. And then, a big sidewalk going up the side of the building. Basically, your generic drop-off. Basically, like, your generic pick-up and drop-off line. Like, there's nothing special about it. It's got some bike racks, and it's at the end of it, it's got a cool little roundabout that looks kind of cool. But that's about it. So, yeah, we were standing on the opposite side. I was sitting there talking with some of the younger kids because, I'm not in the lowest grade in the school. So, I was talking with some of the younger kids there. We actually got into a decent conversation in those couple minutes. But yeah, then we suddenly heard some sirens, but, I expected, fire truck, fire department, because imagine, so basically you have the pickup line, and then at the other end of the pickup line from the UE, which is where we were standing by, there's this big, basically a highway, but it's essentially like an avenue, like the actual definition of an avenue. It's got 2 lanes. It's not a highway, but it has 2 lanes. Why is stream lagging? One moment. The YouTube stream is lagging. Oh, access priority is below normal. The hell? There we go. Alright. Why was the access priority on below normal? Whatever. Professional yapper. Okay, bro. I'm just a good storyteller. But, yeah, we were standing there talking, and then, I suddenly, because, dude, honestly, though, I feel like I would be good on one of those animation channels. Like those animation channels where it's like story time animations? I feel like I'd be good on one of those channels, but I cannot animate for crap. Like, at all. But, we were standing out there, heard some sirens, I looked up at the road, there's nothing there. And, I didn't expect there to be much moving because, it was all backed up, people trying to turn around. Oh, and also my mom had to pull a UE. She swung the wheel around, almost ran into the barrier. Like, she whipped the big old GMC Acadia, whipped it around, almost hit the barrier, and then we just did a K-turn and went back down the road. But, yeah, no sirens up there. And then I heard them getting louder and louder. And I look behind me down the sidewalk, where there's not supposed to be any vehicles at all. And it's basically at the end of the road. There's this little sidewalk that goes off of the right corner of the end. And that's where I had just walked up. I look down there, I see sirens down there. And I'm like, that's weird, because it's not like they can get to the school from there. And they would have had to take a detour from the fire department to get down there. And you know those, like, utility F-150s? You know, the ones with, like, the special bed that just looks like a giant metal crate? and it has a bunch of equipment in it, like the fire department, F-150s. You know, the big chunky ones with the dualies. Yeah. One of them was driving, flooring it up the sidewalk. Now, this is a pretty steep sidewalk, so he was only going about 20. But still, there aren't even supposed to be any cars out there. But yeah, this dude comes flying up 20 miles an hour up the skinny sidewalk, basically straddling the sidewalk. Like, imagine this. Big truck, skinny sidewalk, a bunch of kids standing on the sidewalk, like moving to the side while this truck is driving up the sidewalk. Basically, the tires are on both sides of the sidewalk. And he came up there. We moved out of the way because, you know, he's blaring the horn. And he came up, and when he was going up the sidewalk, because it, like, is pretty decently steep uphill and then just flattens out and turns, he turned the wheel. The truck actually got sideways a little bit and kind of, like, did, you know, the classic, you know, dually skirt hop, you know, where you get sideways with the dualies and they, like, jump, you know, like they bounce because they're quite literally twice as much grip as normal tires. So it basically is just gripping in the rear, just basically hopping to the side. Did one of those, was skidding the tires. So this sidewalk, on both sides of it, there are big curbs that kind of like curve up. You know, like big curbs that go along the side of it. His front right hits one of those curbs, and since he's already turning right and hit it on the right side, he got up on two wheels for about a solid 3 seconds. In the pickup line. Thankfully, it had all been shut down already, so there were no cars going through there. But he got up on two wheels there, going through the little roundabout part, and this is the funny part because his window was down, so I literally heard him over the engine. Somehow I heard this. Somehow I heard him like over the engine because that was one of the actual like fire department ones with the tons of equipment. So they have big engines in them, like 6-liter V8s, which for a utility carry truck is a pretty big engine just to carry around tools. So combine that with dualies, he's gonna have doesn't matter how many tools you load into the back of that thing, it's gonna be able to drive just as good. But yeah, I literally heard through the window, I heard him say, "Oh!" Literally, he said that through the window. He went like, "Oh!" And yeah, and he was like swinging the wheel back, and then when he swung the wheel back, it swung the other way. So he basically overcorrected, hit the curb on the other side, nearly skimmed the corner of the school building. Like, imagine this, you know, a truck coming up on campus, and then it hits a curb, and then is inches away from slamming into the corner of the building. That corner is basically all glass, by the way. And actually, that same corner is actually my homeroom. That same exact corner is actually where my homeroom would have been. Or, it is, but he would have hit right where my homeroom is. So I really wonder what would have happened if he actually hit it. Because it's not like we could use the room. The wall would have been destroyed. But yeah, he nearly misses it and then goes flying around the back of the school. Because, you know, they have, like, full-on, like, utility yard back there. Like, it's full of... Because there's constantly construction around my school, like, renovating. It's not really a rich school. It's just because they don't have their priorities straight. They don't fix like the disgusting toilet. Like there's literal mold in the corner of the bathrooms, and they don't spend any money fixing that. But oh yeah, let's get a new football field. Even though although the new one is perfect with beautiful grass, it's big enough. It's actually got a pretty nice track around it. The paint doesn't fade at all. It's actually got really healthy grass. Yeah, let's dig it all. Yeah, let's dig it all up, redo all the piping, and replace it with turf. I feel like turf is kind of like AI. You know, like I feel like turf for sports fields is kind of like AI. Like although they know that it's worse, they're just because it's trendy, they're trying to just like shove it into your life as much as possible just to make them more popular. Turf is quite literally the sports equivalent of AI. It's not better. It's just trendy. Just like how, honestly, in my opinion, newer versions of Minecraft are worse. They're not better, they're just more trendy because they have new features. But in my opinion, I'll take Minecraft Legacy PS3 edition over any over any version of Minecraft of all time. You can't change my mind. I have so much nostalgia for the PS3 edition that, and not even just nostalgia blindness, I just generally prefer it. The UI is more straightforward. The sounds, the UI sounds, oh my god. And just generally is better. But we're not talking about Minecraft here. We're talking about how I thought my school was burning down. And that's not where it ends with that truck. That same truck comes, coming around from back of the school, and he, comes up, because the roundabout has curbs all around it, and then off of the side of the curb, it goes down a little hill that leads to that same, sidewalk that he just drove up. So he came around, and seeming how he floored it over that curb, I thought he was gonna, floor it over that. Because, he kind of would have gotten some air there. And I know the suspension can take it, because if it can carry, 2 tons of materials and utilities, then it'll be perfectly fine jumping over a curb. Especially since it's a fire department utility vehicle. Those things are literally, do you have any new car? Alright. Yeah. I already forgot. But yeah, he literally comes up to the curb, comes to a dead stop, and goes over at half a mile per hour. This is the same guy that just went 20 miles an hour over a curb right next to a bunch of students and got up on 2 wheels and saved it. And he went over a curb at, couldn't have been more than a mile per hour. I could probably, crawl faster than it. Jeez, I just got jump scared. Quinn, thank you for subscribing. Jeez, dude, I just got jump scared by the, the follow noise, but thank you. Whoa, my god, that's some beautiful land. Or that's some beautiful, terraforming right there. Look at that! It matches up perfectly. Oh my god, dude. This is the kind of stuff that, like, makes me poo. What? Sometimes I don't think before I talk, and sometimes just some weird stuff comes out. I don't even know what I was gonna say. But I guess that's what I did end up saying. No, I can't smooth it out along that. Yeah, just like before, that's gonna piss me off because it's not smooth. But hello, Quinn. Welcome to the stream. Dude, I'm genuinely surprised how perfectly that fits, though. I mean, like, look at that. It's literally flush with the wood. Alright, that part's gonna look a little messy, but I don't think anybody's really gonna care. Yeah, you can barely even tell. Okay. Come on. Right there. There. And then see to match it. Like that. There you go. Okay. Ooh, I think that's actually not bad looking there. People need to normalize allowing people to compliment themselves. You know, I feel like whenever somebody is like, you know what, I did something really good. They're like, bro, stop glazing yourself. Like, dude. But like, you know what I mean? I feel like we need to stop normalizing hate. I know I sound like a teacher trying to be like, guys, you guys need to be nicer to each other. But actually, one of my teachers actually had those wise words. We need to stop normalizing hatred. Honestly, I think I'm fine with that because it's not like you're gonna really see much past this. So I think I'm mostly good with what I got so far. Alright, let's take a run through and look at the scenery. Immediately, I can tell that this looks so much better. If you look at how it looked at the start of the stream versus now. Okay, I need to fill in the ground there. But dude, look at this, how it looked at the start of the stream versus now. That is such a big improvement. Oh my god. I mean, don't just ignore those shadows over there, because once I compute the shadows, that'll be fixed. But genuinely though, damn. Hey, if anybody's watching on Twitch, can you clip this so I can just have this clip? Actually, never mind. I got this. I'm just gonna take a run through and then I'll take a clip of this. I'm gonna take a run through silent. Alright. I think that's a okay looking track, you know? It's not ugly. It's not perfect. It's definitely my best track yet, though. But yeah, I definitely do need to win some ground under this. Why is it not? Do I have air block on? No. Okay, yeah, this is gonna make it look so much better. Wait, it's actually kind of lagging when I just hold it down. We're down to 5 FPS. There we go. This is gonna look a lot better. Now, something that I do wish was in this game is a terraformer, kind of like the BeamNG map maker kind of terraformer. Like where you could genuinely just like stretch the ground up and stuff like that. That'd be really useful. Reblock. 'Cause this is the only real, like, terraforming way that I know. Just by kind of, like, taking slope blocks like this, then just kind of, like, lining them up. Oh no. Wait. There we go. Look at that. Oh my god, this is pissing me off. Just place in the spot that I'm telling you to place. You know? Okay. I think we're almost done. Okay. Now I think we just add in some trees here and there, and then we'll be done. Now just some random trees. How spaced apart do these trees have to be? Oh my god. Or does it just take 7 years to just place a tree? Honestly, it'll be faster. Just never mind. Oh, free ground item. Free item mode. There we go. Yeah, you basically have to go into free item mode in order to actually be able to place properly. Alright. A thick forest with thick greenery. Hello, Mr. Mandycast. Hello. And also, guys, if you guys do enjoy the stream and want a better view of the game, you can head over to my Twitch. Twitch.tv/CoveDrives. And then you can watch the full screen. I don't know why my game lags so bad whenever I'm placing down a bunch of stuff. Maybe it's because I have almost 3,000 blocks and or items. What is that? This is Trackmania. I'm making a track right now. Trackmania 2020. I'm now about 3.5 hours into making this track. And you might say, oh, that's probably a waste of time, because, you know, it's probably not gonna be, you just subbed? Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, dude. And I know that that's true, because I literally just watched the sub counter go up. So thank you, bro. But you might say, oh, that's probably a waste of time, because I usually get around, like, you know, single-digit downloads. But honestly, I like making tracks. I don't really do it for the downloads. I more do it for the experience. So then eventually I can make tracks that will get the downloads. Right now, these tracks are just practice. Okay. Yeah, that happens sometimes. But once I compute the shadows, it won't happen anymore. Because you have to compute the shadows, and whenever that happens, it's just a graphical glitch whenever you're building it. Welcome back, KG. I'm basically done with the whole map. Now I'm just adding in palm tree forests. Yeah, that's just a graphical glitch, but once I actually publish the track, it won't do that. Because you have to compute the shadows. But it won't do that. It won't do that once I do. How long have I been making this track for? I'm coming up on around maybe 4-ish hours now. A lot of that time was terraforming. See your car and room? Oh, crap. Sorry. Not yet. Let me check those. That's a pretty cool looking car, dude. And your room. Wow. Wait, the LED sign, is that a Pokemon? Wait. That's the brown, like, fox thing. You know? The brown fox one. Bookshelves and some vine lights. Nice. In Eevee? Yeah, that one. This game is for basically everything but mobile. So if you have a console or PC, but sadly the newest one is a subscription. It's $20 a month or $20 a year, which I'd say is not that bad because most games would cost around $40. So that's 2 years of gameplay before you actually pay the price of the game. So essentially, you get about 2 years to really decide if you like the game, because it would be essentially the price of buying the game. Because one of their older games, Trackmania United Forever, which is still honestly pretty popular. Give me a shout out so your fans can sub to me. Shout out to Mr. Mandycast. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not very good at shout out stuff. Oh, can you give me a shout out? Oh, now I get it. Yeah, sure. I ain't stopping you. I'll check out some of your videos later. How about that? I'm using the butterfly clicking strategy from when I used to play Minecraft Bed Wars all the time. I still got the butterfly clicking in me. You guys can't hear it though, because I have pretty good noise cancellation on my mic. I mean, it's really just OBS's studio noise cancellation. But it's honestly pretty good. Although I didn't notice, if you don't already have a great mic, then it just makes your mic sound like crap. Or if there's a lot of background noise, Like if you have loud fans on your computer, then it just makes your microphone sound like crap. But my new computer has, it's basically silent. And actually, I mean, it's so cold in there, I can actually just open up the glass on the front. I can stick my hand right in there. It's actually colder inside of my computer than it is in my room. It's below room temperature in my computer. You just made the video? Oh, nice. Nice. I got some peach tea, because I'm going to be up late tonight. Because I'm going to make this track, and I'm going to do some ranked later. And I'm doing daily tracks. I'm doing daily tracks. I'm not going to do a 30 days, 30 tracks yet. Because I do plan to do that in February, but right now this is just warm-up. And what's amazing about tracks is that you can always, like, essentially rebuild tracks. Just make them slightly, you know, just makes it, you know, you can always rebuild tracks, just make it slightly different, you know? Like, rebuild a track, but then, make a new, you know, rebuild a track, but make a new cut. Or give it a new scenery theme. Or, you know, just give it a new layout. You can always just rebuild the same track, just with a different look. You're at 204 to 205 videos. Damn. Yeah. A lot of my videos are live streams. I'm pretty sure like 80%, I'm pretty sure 70% of my videos are live streams, and about a third of my live streams are unlisted. Ooh, wait. This is gonna really impress some people and make this look even better than just leaving that wall blank. Look, this is how you always, you know, fill in these. You can't take full ones because, you know, one of them will always be phasing through. You take some of the single trees, okay, and then you just scatter those around. What the hell? No. And you basically just kind of like scatter those around here. And then you'll keep with the tree, move up a little bit. Basically just randomly place it around. Yeah, see? But then you can very quickly screw it up. What game is this for? For Trackmania. Pretty sure I already said that. And this is on the in-game editor, not Blender. Don't think that I'm good at Blender enough to make something like this. I tried making Blender much, and the most I could make is the default like monkey 3D model, and I put a cone on top of its head. I was obsessed with Gorilla Tag at the time, not anymore, but I was then. So then I made Party Monkey Hat. Or Party Hat Monkey. What? Party Monkey Hat! I'm already committed to it, so I gotta do this part up here. It's too late. I've already committed to making the hill part of it as well. My favorite car brand. Oh, okay. Now this is the kind of stuff that I actually want to talk about because my choice changes pretty often based off of like stuff that they're doing at the moment. But at the moment, like for modern cars, my current favorite is Ford, just because they're the only American company still making sedans, i.e. the jeez. Okay, so that's my favorite American jeez, oh my god, why can't I talk? My favorite American car brand at the moment is Ford. And also because, you know, their newer trucks, I do like how they look. I do like how the newer F-Series trucks look. But overall, my favorite car brand at the moment is Toyota. Not really for the cars that they make at the moment, but generally just the history of all their cars, and also with the GR-GT coming out in 2027, which is going to be sick. If you haven't heard about it, just look up Toyota GR-GT. It's sick. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Is there any area over here? And there. Okay. 2 areas that have no forestation. Okay. And thinks he's tough with the demon emoji. Alright. And also guys, don't worry, I'm not just hanging on a random person. I have reasons. Like I said, like I said earlier in the stream, I don't just hate on people for the love of the game. You know, I don't just get mad at people, you know? There's always a reason for basically everything that I do. I never just do something because, you know, I felt like it. There's almost always a reason. Almost always a reason. Basically, the only time when it's not a reason is usually stuff like regarding games. Just knew why you're hating on me. Do you want me to read one the stream? Do you want me to pull up the clip of you saying that stuff in my chat? Don't even try to trick me here, bud. 2 out of the 3 people here know what happened. So. I don't even know it. You ain't new, just be nice. You don't want to tell me how long this is. Just say chill and server. Yeah, exactly. This isn't supposed to be a place to argue. This is supposed to be a place to just, you know, chill out and just chat. Okay, I just want to say there's way too many trees in here. There is way too many trees. You were trying. I mean, I can pull up the clip. It didn't really look like you were trying. But if you say so. You said bro thinks he's tough with the demon emoji, and that's kind of mean. I'm not even gonna say anything. And yeah, and you called me a crackhead looking ass, so. Even though you don't even know what I look like. Alright, that looks a lot more natural. Just ignore the shadows, they'll be fixed. It's looking for your reaction, just ignore it. Is that true? Yeah. You know what, Kiji? You know, that's right. They're all... Rage bait is just looking for a reaction. Confused with the wrong person. Okay. You can keep on yapping, I'm just gonna keep building. Alright. All you're doing is just boosting the stream, so... I appreciate you. Yeah, all you're doing is just boosting the stream by chatting. Amen, brother. Like Taylor Swift said in that one song, the haters gonna hate. But I'm just gonna shake. You know? My sister forced me to listen to Taylor Swift when I was younger. That's not true. It just popped up on the radio a lot. I don't know. See what you're doing. You're not trying to be mean. Alright. And believe me, dude. I think I'm basically immune to being rage baited at this point because my whole childhood was basically just rage bait from people, so. No. I just want to remove that one tree. Come on. Just remove that one. Oh my god. What is that one tree connected to? Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta temporarily... No. Oh, you good? Wait, what has happened? Dude, I like this dude. You know, this dude's music. The Relaxed Movement, I think his channel is called. Let me check real quick. I don't know why, but whenever I say stuff like that, I always talk in a higher voice. I don't know why. But yeah, the Relaxed Movement. Yeah, I like his music because it's 12 hours of just like lo-fi piano music. But the one thing I hate about the songs is that it's just very repetitive melodies. Like, it'll be like the same couple melodies over and over again for about like 10 minutes. But hey, background music doesn't need to be, you know, really listenable. It just needs to keep the audience's attention. You know? Honestly, I genuinely think that this is a pretty good looking track. Oh, almost forgot. Your teacher plays these types of music? Oh, really? Yeah, the one thing I hate about streaming is finding music for the background. It's not really something I hate, it's just something that's annoying. Because it's very few options that actually work. Because they'll be like copyright free because they didn't copyright it themselves, but it'll still be copyrighted music. Or what they will have made the music, but it will have used melodies that actual copyrighted songs have used. Oh wow, forgot this whole area. Yeah, exactly, bro. I ain't releasing no crap. I ain't releasing no crap maps or crap tracks. You know? Just like my videos. That's why I don't upload often, because I want to make a certain video, but then I realized, wait, that's not really gonna be on theme with my channel. That's what my main goal. No crap. No crap, no BS, just quality. You know? Like, I'm not gonna just do something because it's trendy. I'm gonna do something because I want to make that kind of video. How long have I been posting for? Since February 6, 2024. That's why my channel banner says established 2024. Because that's when I made my channel. And OGs remember when I used to go by Forest GT. That was my old username. Only the real OGs remember that. So you have different, like, levels of OG. You have really OG, which is Forest GT. Then you have slightly less OG with, I think I had a couple different names, like Loaf VR, and a couple different ones, back when I used to do VR stuff. But then you have, like, kinda OG, but not, you know, still really OG, though, but, so, then you have KOVV, K-O-V-V, then you have, as of right now, not extremely OG, but in the future, it'll be really OG, Cove 12. You ever played Gorilla Tag? Yeah, I actually used to a lot, not anymore, but I used to all the time. I don't anymore, though. Ever since my left controller's joystick got really wonky, I really haven't even touched my VR that much. I wonder if it even still works. Honestly, the last time I used it, I played Questcraft. I feel like that's one of the only reasons that I play modern Minecraft. Is just the VR version. I just like VR. Basically, almost any game, put it in VR and it'll, like, any, like, survival style game, put it in, you know, port it into VR and it'll 9 times out of 10 be better. Especially if you have, you know, stuff where you can physically use stuff. Like, I have a mod on there, call it Immersive MC, where basically you can physically put stuff on the crafting table and actually put stuff in the furnace. Play Gorilla Tag, but there's always minigames kids rage baiting me. Oh. Also, dude, I just noticed that my stream elements thing over on Twitch still says Cove TRM. That was my old, that's another OG level. That's another level of OG. I kind of went from Cove 12 and then just like a short period, I was Cove TRM. Because I actually still have a Rocket League team called the Rochester Mows. You know, like a lawnmower. Because I'll mow down the competition. You know? Oh, wait, why does this track remind me of a certain track? Can somebody look up? Does anybody know what track has this sort of layout? Hold on, is this Brands Hatch? Layout. Yeah, this is kind of reminding me of Brands Hatch. Like, if you kind of took Brands Hatch, made, like, if you took Brands Hatch and made the wide, like, fat end of it, you know, really inflated it, and then kind of just made it, basically, if you took Brands Hatch and then turned it into one solid thing, you know, like, you took Brands Hatch and then kind of, like, connected all of the lines together, and then kind of turned it into a Twitch emote. That's the best way I can describe it. Also, that's a perfect U. The stream elements. It's basically just like the plugin. Why can't I scroll? Oh, because I should probably tab into the game. Yo. Can I scroll? Oh, I need to zoom in. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. I think this is pretty well done. Let's run it. Just ignore the shadows. Wow, dude. Honestly, this might be a hot take, but the Trackmania 2020 car is ugly. The Nations Forever car is so much better looking, because it actually looks like a Formula car. Like, the other one actually looks like a modern Formula car. This one looks like a Tron vehicle. Like, it's a disgrace to Formula One that they call this the Formula car. I guess it technically is like a Formula style single seater, but still, it's ugly as hell. I don't know why they even changed the car design. It was perfectly fine. I guess because this is supposed to be like more modern, more, you know, universally attractive to players, but still, you can't change my mind that the Nations Forever car looks so much better. Like, the original Stadium car is the best version of the Stadium car, or the Nations Forever Stadium car is the best. I just realized that I spent so much time filling in areas that won't even be seen. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, not even close to as good speed. Oh my god. Honestly, if this gets popular, some maniac is gonna try to full speed this track. I mean, it's definitely possible, I think. But yeah, some maniac is gonna full speed this. I don't even know if full speeding this is possible. Doesn't matter if it is or not, somebody's gonna figure it out. No! Yeah, doesn't matter what I think, because, you know, I only have about 30 hours in this game, so. Yeah, this is 100% full speedable, because I just got through that with only a little let off in the air. Alright. No! Alright guys, we need some more talking chat. We're now up to around 4 hours and 20-ish minutes. Yeah, that's full speedable. Come on. No! Hello, kind sir, I chat now. Okay. Microsoft Defender summary just said it did not find any threats. I don't care. If you didn't find any threats, I don't need to know. Only I literally I don't think that there's a I don't even think that there's a setting where you can set it to only notify if threats. My old antivirus had that, but I haven't installed it on this computer yet just because it was so annoying. Because anything that tried to access, like, stuff on... anything that tried to change, any sort of files on your computer, instantly it terminated the program. Not even just terminating it, it completely removed it from your computer with no, like, confirmation or warning. That part right there is gonna be freaking annoying, though. How good is anti-malware for MS Defender? I don't know. I haven't really tested it, and I'd rather not. I think I can still catch up in the wood section and through the sausage section. But see, then again, you can't go too fast through the sausage because then you get air. No! Dude. I'm not looking for a sub 40, I just want, like, at least 1 second faster than my current record. I'd be happy with that. And it's definitely possible. Yes. Okay. I'm thinking like a 41 second I'll be happy with. Alright, it's an hour and 51 minutes into the Twitch stream. At 2 hours in the Twitch stream I'll end, so about 9 more minutes worth of attempts. I lost way too much speed there. But there's still plenty of places to make up time. Never mind. I say that and then I crashed. Take that more wide. Oh. A full speed through the wood section and then brake. Nope. You have to jump off straight or you're not gonna go anywhere. Or you are gonna go somewhere, but it's not gonna be in the right direction. Oh. Wow. Then, see, that's what I mean. Oh. Accidentally exited. See, that's what I mean. No. Come on, no. Is it not saving my ghost? Oh my god. Boom! Sub 40. Let's go. I think I can improve though. Let's try it. That's my mouse in the center of the screen. I think going on the outside there was actually a gain. Just because yeah, going on the outside is definitely the gain. 'Cause you generate more speed. Don't hit the barrier. No. No. Yo. It's alright. Right. Honestly, you know what? I'm fine with it so far. Save the track. Quality. I'll just keep it default. Alright. But what do you guys think of the track? We're about 4.5 hours of work into it. So, my first track was about 30 minutes. Second track was about an hour. Third track was 2 hours. And then this is the fourth track with 4.5 hours. How good do you think this track is? Be honest. You still here? Oh, for starter, it's good. Okay, bro. Like, in general, in terms of tracks, what do you think? Like, not even just for the fact that I'm a starter, like, generally, what do you think of the track? Not even just, like, for a starter, it's good. You know, like, genuine, like, thoughts. I try to make it flow as smooth as possible. I don't think I had any areas where it was kind of like, you know, like a sharp bump. I was very careful about fixing those. So that was one of the big problems with my last map, is that the bumps were really sharp. So it was kind of hard to drive fast, because if you drive fast, then you would end up getting bumped. And then, you know, that isn't very good, getting air when you're trying to drive fast on a track. You know? That's not usually a good thing. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that's not usually good. It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. No? Okay. Once this gets done, I'm gonna upload it, and then I can upload it to Mania Exchange. I really wish that Mania Exchange had a mobile app. They need to make a mobile app. That'd be so useful. What should I call this? Jungle Split. Palm Jungle Split. Sounds like a ice cream flavor. But we'll go for it. We'll go with it. Alright, let me get this uploaded to Mania Exchange. My last track, Ice Road Flow, has 7 downloads. Let me go back to home. Log in. I'm already logged in. What you on about? Bruh. Log in with Ubisoft Connect. Continue. Come on. Okay. I might start doing monthly campaigns. You know, like 10 tracks. Something nice, short and sweet. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, browse. Palm Jungle Split. Difficulty. Say like advanced. Routes, multiple. Tags. Dirt. Scenery. So it's kind of mid scenery, but it's still scenery nonetheless. Transitional, maybe? Pathfinding, there we go. Look, 4 hours to make with around 30 hours in game. Submit. I said submit. Watch, it said error occurred, but watch, I'm gonna go to my profile and it's gonna be there. Yeah, right there. It's literally there. Whatever.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
The hell was that? Huh? Was that actually... There's no way that was actually in the video, right? If it is actually in the video, that should be illegal. Alright. I'm gonna restart stream.